will be our mid lane, Ezreal. In the bottom lane, it will be Kaide. Oh, a little bit of mispositioning there. Kaide will be the support Vel'Koz, and Graves will be the ADR Graves. As for Naga Esports,
We have Cynthia in the top lane with the Hecarim. Wow, and then it's going to be Nixta in the jungle with the Rek'Sai. Daigo in the mid lane, yes, with the Creator Victor. And that's going to be Cyrex. And Neep in the bottom lane with the Janna and the Sivir.
Alright, so composition-wise, Amplifier, what do you think is like going to be the main play style for Zen and Friends as well as for Naga Esports?
Yeah, well, looking at Zen and Friends, it seems like they have this, again, pretty good engage composition. They've got the Sion and the Sejuani, so it's actually a double tank again coming in from Zen and Friends. Meanwhile, they also have a double AD carry comp here from the Graves and Ezreal, so it actually feels very similar to Game 1, where they had a double tank and then would rely a bit on the late game for the Ezreal to sort of spike in. Meanwhile,
yes,
oh yeah, keep going.
Oh, sorry, but looking into the champs themselves, before it was the Maokai, but now it's the Sion.
Yeah.
Sion is a tank who can build tanky but still deal a significant amount of damage.
Yeah.
And then, yung mid lane before was the Karthus,
Yeah.
but they changed it with the mid lane Ezreal, meaning
Yes.
that there's going to be a dual ADR composition for Zen and Friends, meaning Naga has to focus more on building, well,
Oh, wow. Wicked.
alright. So
Should've
back
forced the
again,
flash.
Naga needs to focus more on building armor, but then there's the support Vel'Koz, which can deal a significant amount of magic damage, which could well force Naga to build like armor and magic resistance at the same time, which would give Zen Friends some opportunity to try and capitalize from that.
Yeah, that's true. So it's a slightly different composition coming in from Zen and Friends. Maybe the strategy would be slightly similar, but I think there are, like you said, are more openings coming in for Zen and Friends this time, because Ezreal does spike earlier than Karthus does, and Sion, I think it could be a better frontline tank than
the
he
Maokai
was earlier. Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Oh.
it did show, because he's actually giving Cynthia quite a difficult time in this top
Yeah,
lane.
and I mean, Hecarim's not the best champion to go against. Or actually, now there's a little bit of tussle in the bottom lane. Kaide will take a bit of a damage. And okay, so what do you think about Naga Esports composition? I mean, you're one of the favorites of using a Victor, especially now that he has that Daigo's in that creator skin.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's your insights on this?
For Naga, Janna coming in for Neep, so it is one of his more favorite supports, but never
now,
mind.
there's so much damage going into Zyrex, forces him to go in and use his heal there,
Yeah,
and as well as Neep.
this is what's scary about having Vel'Koz in the bottom lane with the Graves. You can imagine the amount of burst coming in from this kind of bottom lane, and with not a lot of disengage options pre-6, it does give Cyrex a little bit of a difficult time, because even if he has the spell shield, there are so many spells to spell shield, and it would be very crucial for Cyrex to spell shield the correct spell. I
Yeah.
would think that may be the knock-up, so he has to time it well, but that's just way too difficult and not something you can really expect from any kind of player, considering how many spells you can spell shield in this game. So I can imagine the burst really from AZE could give them a little bit of a hard time pre-6.
Yeah, and the oh
my, this might be a gank!
whoa, he doesn't see
Oh,
it in
wow.
the darkness of the shadow there. Nice,
So the line of vision is actually
perfect for
Yeah, perfect.
CNF there, and also Vel'Koz has that passive which every time he hits 3 spells onto a champion, that's going to be true damage. So it means
yes.
that it gets an ADR. Yeah, it doesn't see the ward there.
totally
sure
misses
why.
out on that one.
Yeah,
Not sure.
Not sure why. He was like beside it.
Yeah, he was right
beside
next to it.
Oh, but Cynthia is here with Nixta. Zen taking so much damage. There's the ultimate coming from Onslaught of the Shadows with
Oh,
the
wow.
Ignite, and he just got ripped apart. The horse tramples over the boar.
Oh wow, forced the flash out of Nixta too. I'm not sure what happened there, but I think Wicked recalled, and so Cynthia and Nixta, being such mobile champions, took advantage, and seeing that Zen was going back to his jungle, which was most probably going to be the wolves or the blue buff,
Yeah, and
they decided to counter.
yeah, and they're still capitalizing on how weak an early game Sejuani is.
Yeah.
If she can't get into her level 6, she's just going to be so useless, or rather, yes, less useful than when you have your Glacial Prison up.
Yeah, that's true. And like we saw earlier in game 1, even if Zen was supposed to be the tank for Funkane and Raze, he just wasn't able to be. There was just so much damage coming in from Daigo. And
Yeah.
actually, looking at this mid lane fight, it would be Victor versus Ezreal, and Daigo now would be going for a slightly late game, mid to late game AP carry, and I think that could help out a bit. Although it doesn't synergize too well for the composition of Naga because it seems like they're going for an extremely mobile team, and Victor might fall a little bit behind. But in terms of team fights, I still think that Victor could provide that AoE damage for them.
Oh,
Ooh,
Sentry
wow.
uses his ultimate there to try and knock up. Oh, sorry, Wicked tried to use his ultimate to try and get knock up, but here comes the gank by Nixta, going to get the knock up onto Kaide. They use the flash, they use the heal there, and Nixta tried to go in, but the dash from Raze saves him a little bit of the trouble of the gank there from Nixta. Lots of summer spells burned out by ZNF there. Now Sentier, gets a good chunk of health
Ooh,
back with his
nice.
W and his Q.
Yeah, he interrupts the decimating smash there.
Yeah, just deals so much damage there.
Yeah. Ooh my!
Here comes the re-engage. The exhaust goes on to Raze. Next to try to go in onto Kaide and Zen. Here comes Sentier. He has the ultimate. He gets the ultimate. He will get the kill onto Kaide right there. Zen, where is he going to go? He's in no man's land. He's in his own land, but he will go down. And Raze gets a shutdown, but that was a 2-for-1. And now Sentier is the man with the kills. 3-1 for O already. And he's close to getting a Trinity Force.
Yeah, that was a great play coming in from Naga. I was about to point out that usually when you have a Rek'Sai ganking the bottom lane, you would need a lot of CC because Rek'Sai only has CC in the form of his knockup and the Stalker's Blade, so it kind of made a bit of an awkward clash. But the moment Sentier teleported in, we saw the advantage of such a mobile team, and so Rek'Sai, or rather Nixta and Sentier, all came in together at the same time, and even if they didn't have too much CC, the damage coming in was just too much for ZNF to handle.
A second too late there by Kaide. He tried to get the dragon but wasn't able to. Now the blue buff will go in onto Funkane. Daigo will get the blue buff at the same time. And wow, man, that's just such a good gank coming in from Nixta, and
Yes.
the communication of Naga has really improved.
Yes, definitely that's true. And we're seeing, yeah, definitely that the advantage of having such a mobile comp really helps. And I
Yeah.
guess that's why Senthier decided to take that teleport, because they know that they don't have a lot of CC other than the hard CC coming in from Victor, which is quite hard to land actually. So I think it was a pretty good option here to take advantage of the teleport mobility of Hecarim.
Yeah, and I forgot what I was going to say, but you can see here there's going to be a double Cinder Helm build. For Zen it will be the Cinder Hulk, and for Wicked it will be the Sunfire Cape.
Right. So
Right.
that is going to be a lot of tanky AoE damage, and we saw it work out as well for Zen. He was really painful in the first game.
Yes. Sentier takes a good chunk of damage, but he's already 3-1-0. He can heal himself up with his W. And, oh yeah, there we go. I remember what I was supposed to say. Both top laners have Onslaught in their ultimates. Onslaught
Right.
of the Shadows and Unstoppable Onslaught. So it's going to be the battle of the Onslaught.
Yes, in the top lane and everywhere else.
Yes, very
So,
true.
Yeah, in terms of CS, actually, things are going much better for most lanes, but in terms of the bottom lane, coming in for Naga, it's actually Raze who is ahead this time. So that could be a good indication of Raze carrying this time for ZNF, because we saw in game 1 that Raze was not able to be the carry that he needed to be for ZNF, but this time, with a slight gold lead, this could just help them to get back into the game. I'm hearing an ult from
Yeah,
Sion.
but it's just Wicked trying to go back into his top lane. But Sentier and Nixta will be able to get it. But Nixta super low. He was forced to flash out. But it was a flash for top tier 1. So all in all, it's still good in favor of Naga there. In the bottom lane, it's just Kaide forcing Cyrex out of the lane. Look at that. The slow. The knock-up
wow!
going in. One more hit. Oh, wow.
Oh yes, that's
The
the kill.
laser! The laser just kills!
This is what I was
Cyrex
talking
there.
about with the bottom lane burst. If you can't spell shield the right spell coming in for Cyrex, then you really won't be able to escape because the ults coming in from both champions here, from
Oh, wow.
from Vel'Koz rather, and from Graves just really hurt
Yeah.
that bottom lane. And obviously,
That
that
two,
tower's gonna go
sorry,
down.
rather, that two skill combo from Daigo just
Yeah.
puts Fungain into 50% HP. And with that, Nixta and Daigo will get this mid-tier 1. There you go. And yeah, the kill was supposed to go to Raze, but Cyrex was able to spell shield the collateral damage. Here comes the gank onto Nixta. He does have his Tremor Sense to see it, and of course, this little pink ward right here does see it out. But still, the damage has been done. Naga already 2 for 1 in terms of towers, 3 for 2 in terms of kills, but you can see here that there's already a 1,300 gold advantage for Naga Esports.
Yeah, again, this is just Senthier and Nixta doing their thing, I think. They've been pretty effective so far in Game 1 and Game 2. I really like this whole teleport ult thing that Senthier's doing, and if he can keep doing this over and over, if the team can continue to synergize with this mobile team comp that they have, if they can help Senthier to snowball and just be completely annoying towards this mid to late game, then there's really not a lot of options, because looking at Zen and Friends composition, they don't have a lot of disengage. So if Senthier comes up to their face and the ult from Cyrex comes in, there's no running away from them other than the unstoppable onslaught.
Yes, very true. And now it looks like Wicked wants to return the favor for Senthier breaking his top tier 1, but now Senthier with that Sheen and Phage is just bullying Wicked out of his own lane.
Yeah, the onslaught battle is going in Senthier's favor.
Yes, now Naga putting all of their efforts into this bot tier 1 because
CR is coming up in a few minutes.
yeah, that and the mid tier and top tier ones have been taken already.
It's
So,
the only one left.
That's the only one of the top tiers. They want to collect
Yeah, collect all 3 of the outer towers.
of the arrow towers.
So this is the last one in the bottom lane.
Ooh,
Would make
another
sense.
ultimate coming in from Wicked. He goes in. Will he get the knock up? Close. He gets the knock up
Yes.
onto Wicked. Wicked still has his Monsoon. Only uses the Howling Gale. Here comes Kaida for the re-engage. There's the ultimate. Will he get the kill? Oh, so close. But oh! There you go. That collateral damage gets the execution kill.
Raze with a no scope.
Yeah.
And he snipes out.
360 no scope.
Good job there from Raze. He's finally able to get the kills that he needs. So far in terms of gold, he is ahead by around 1,300 compared to Cyrex, and this is definitely what a Graves needs. He needs to be that early to mid game carry. He needs to snipe out the main damage dealers coming in from Naga, but it seems like there's going to be a fight here.
Yes, they want to re-engage. Nix's caught out here. There's the onslaught by Senthier. Puts a lot of damage onto Raze right now, but not enough. He will die too. Raze there. And Daigo
wow.
gets the kill, but Wicked with the glory and death will still try to kill him. He put a lot of damage onto Daigo right now. But Fungain will get the kill, but now Cyrex, Nixta, and Neep are here. One more hit! Will he get it? He gets it! And that was a double kill for Fungain, the Ooze and Oz. But at the same time, that was a 4 for 3 exchange in favor of Naga. Dragon still up.
We have 2 snipers on CNF here.
Yeah.
Funkain and Raze getting back into the game.
And wow, fast initiation there by Naga did use Senthier's teleport, but it all paid well because that's their second dragon of the game. Will give them a lot of pushing potential to be able to possibly clear out this bot tier 1 if ZNF doesn't defend it anymore.
Yeah, I want to point out something though in that last clash. We saw that Wicked was using the Unstoppable Onslaught to initiate, and we saw that it took like 2 to 4 seconds for their fellow teammates here from Zen and Friends to catch up. It actually forced what's his name here, Kaede, to flash in just so that he could catch up and make a play together with Wicked. I guess that's the disadvantage of lacking some mobility coming in here from Zen and Friends, because the only mobile champion here to catch up to that Unstoppable Onslaught is, well, Ezreal. So I think they have to work on their team synergy so that they can pull off those initiates, because if they can't catch up to Wicked, then Wicked's gonna go down faster than they can, respond.
Yeah, though it was still a good clash for Dragon.
Yeah.
They got a good but here comes the engage onto Nix. The Nix are just tunneling over, just Rek'Sai things.
Yeah. Rek'Sai things.
Yeah. But again, back to what I was saying, Raze and Funkane were being chased a lot by Daigo and Nixta, and also Sentier, but they barely escaped with their lives and got the good kills that they needed. But then, Wicked was oh, he did use his ultimate. Where is he going? There we go. He forces Nixta to flash over the wall. Are they going to start the dragon? It's Baron. It's going to be like impossible because there's like
oh my.
here's the re-engage.
Wow,
ultimate
Neep.
from Funkane gets so much damage onto Neep. Oh! They get the kill onto Neep there. Forces all of their ultimates though. But now it's just Center in the backline. Will he get raised? One more Q. He's super slow right now. He will not get the kill there. And still, Naga only losing Neep still have their ADR and mid laner. And I think Kaide will die here. Yes, he will. Sentier's still pretty healthy. And very messy clash there from ZNF.
Yeah.
They used all their ultimates to kill Neep. And yeah, they were so close to killing the other members of Naga. But they just committed so much onto Neep that, well, it didn't... Oh! Okay. Alright, here comes Funkane. We'll go in onto Cyrex. Cyrex, super low in HP. He gets the shutdown. And that will be all that's said and done. And again, oh, Daigo. Oh, he will recall. Oh, so close there, so close.
Yeah, Funkane trying to do the no scopes as well.
Yeah, but he's not a raise though.
Yeah, he's not
raised.
raised. Only Raze can do that, but we'll see. Actually, yeah, looking at the earlier clash. Oh my, never mind. Naga.
The dash in the Howling Gale doesn't get raised there. Nice try though.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah, that's a
almost
trick for
connected.
you Rek'Sai players out there. When you know that someone's going in onto your tunnels, you can try to ultimate over it, and even though it gets destroyed, Rek'Sai is still going to
Go there.
Yeah. So you can try to use that as a bait. It's not like a Rek'Sai tunnel with a Chimo shrooms, but it's something.
Yeah,
it's
that's
something.
true.
It's something.
So yeah, very questionable call earlier, coming in from Zen and friends to use so much cooldowns onto Neep. And like you said, they were able to take out almost all of the members. If they had used the cooldowns to eliminate the carries from Naga, they might have just been on top in that fight. So if they can actually use those cooldowns onto the proper priority targets, then they can definitely win the next clash. Ezreal is actually very much hitting his mid-game spike here. We've seen him do quite a lot of damage in team fights.
Yeah,
And Raze is also doing pretty well.
Yeah,
so.
though he's still not complete, he still needs to finish his Trinity Force
Yeah.
and Muramana to be able to be that super mid-game spike Ezreal. As for Raze, he's going to build, I believe, a Yomu's Ghostblade. So this is the offensive build for most of the ADRs. But here comes the ultimate by Wicked. He's trying to go to get someone. He gets the Glacial Prison. Oh! So close to getting centered there. Like 3 inches maybe from getting a knock-up. Would have actually...
Not sure if he saw him in the bush there.
I think he did, but the ultimate timed out.
Mm.
There's a finite range at Unstoppable Onslaught.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so you have to be careful in that as well. But now it's going to be a 4v3 right now in the bottom lane, though there's no more ultimates for ZNF. And look at that. They're just going to be able to run away while Naga, Nixta, and Daigo just hammer down onto this mid-tier 2 already at 1/8 of its former glory health.
So they are investing. It seems like they're investing a lot into this mid lane, and it gives Daigo such a free tower. The decision making coming in from ZNF is a little bit questionable right now. They are kind of synergizing during team fights, but when it comes to things like split pushing,
But here comes Sensor. He forces the flash out from... Oh, but Raze gets the kill onto Neep. But if it comes to a 2-for-1, it might have been better. But that was a support for support. Though, they did feed more kills to Raze. Sentier, I believe he doesn't need more kills now. They should give it to Cryax. Or Cyrex, Cryax to like.
yeah,
My bad. But, again, still, I would say 1-for-1. Zen is in the bottom lane. He will try to defend this one-hit tower from dying. There's like one more hit.
Yeah, I actually want to point out what's happening right now. You see, Naga, like we said, has this very mobile team composition, and we can see that they're split pushing a lot at this 22-minute mark. And I think that's them taking advantage of the fact that Zen and friends lack a lot of mobility. A lot of their members are so slow. Wicked has to use his ult to get into a lane. The bottom lane is also quite slow too, and Ezreal's the only one who can split push from far away. So this split push, this split push strategy that Naga's pulling off right now is really working. We can see that any in the lane that they go to, it takes quite long for Zen and Friends to respond. So I think Zen and Friends really has to force one specific lane and really pull off a good team fight because their wombo combo does hurt a lot. So I think they have to take advantage of that and not let Naga dictate the pace of this game.
So I think what you're saying is going to be true in a few minutes because Funkane only has around 30 to 40 to be able to stack up his Muramana his Manamuna into a Muramana, and then around 400 or actually 200 more gold for Raze to get his Yomu's Ghostblade, and then it's going to be possibly ZNF going in as a 5-man group, pushing in the lane, and possibly getting a win because they have already the damage output soon enough.
We're seeing a better.
He gets the kill there. He smashes the tower with his powerful hooves.
Yeah, the onslaught onto the tower.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah, is Hecarim like the only centaur in the game, right?
I think so.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah. And Sejuani is like the only like mounter in the game. Like she's the only one who has a mount.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. All right. So back to that, they put a good chunk of damage onto Nixta. Nixta does have that Random's Omen. There's the ultimate by Funkane. Will clear out this mid wave and by Naga.
Yeah.
So they still want to protect this mid tier 3.
Oh my.
Zen and Nixta are seeing themselves eye to eye. There's a knockup by Zen. One good ultimate gets Daigo there. There you go. Like I was talking about, the damage output is here. Yomu's Ghostblade has been used. He will get a knockup onto Neep. Neep has no more Monsoon to go for. He has no flash, no exhaust. He will go down to Funkane. And Funkane is on a rampage, people.
This is exactly what we were talking about that ZNF needed to do. Their team composition excels at going for those 5v5 team fights. And with Victor not yet reaching his maximum potential in this game, it really puts them behind. And it was an unfortunate Monsoon coming in from Neep because he thought that the unstoppable onslaught was not there. But the moment that he used his Monsoon, the onslaught connects. And there was really no form of disengage left.
Ultimate comes out from Daigo, but at the same time, Sentry is going in onto the top lane. They do get the kill onto Daigo there. Daigo tried to do a last stand with his ultimate, but the flash from Nixta, followed up with the flash by Raze, will give them a 2-for-0, and Zen successfully defends the top tier 2. So good job, Zen, there.
Yeah, and good job from Zen and friends. They've closed the gold lead coming in from Naga, so it's now only around 600 left.
Yeah, and
they're also closing into a lot of towers.
There you go. They're going to get the gold lead now with 300, the first, I believe, in these 2 games.
Yeah, that they got a lead.
Yeah, now they're 3-4-4 in terms of the towers, 13-11 in terms of the kills, and Dragon's still in favor of Naga, but now, if Naga decides to try to go in for like a 5-man Dragon Dance, there's a higher chance that Zen and friends would win straight up.
Yeah, that's definitely true. We're seeing Funkane actually has an upper hand versus Victor right now. He is going to hit his spike. Earlier, Daigo actually only has a Rabadon's and a Sorcerer's Shoes, but that's already a Trinity Force coming in from Funkane, and Raze also with the Yomu's and the Infinity Edge. So these are very, very painful carries right now coming in from Z and F.
Yeah. We were talking about a while ago that they needed to focus more on getting these good type of team compositions, and they do.
Yes.
The double ADR is paying off for them very well because they chose these 2 ADRs who can shine well with only 2 items.
Yeah.
And they did. And this mid-game damage spike is just wow, it's just giving you so much of an advantage. But next he will get slowed there. Will they follow up? There's knockup from the Howling Gale. Will disengage the poke from ZNF. Dragon will be up in 1 minute and 30 seconds. What will Naga do now? They're in a bit of a pickle here.
Yeah, that's true. Naga's actually They really can't underestimate ZNF anymore at this point. ZNF has the lead, though ZNF has not been so good in terms of rotations and objective control, mostly because of their lack of warding, but they have improved on that a little bit. It seems like they're taking positional advantage of the Dragon this time, and I think if a Dragon fight ever occurs and Daigo is eliminated from the fight early, this might just cause Naga to flip over and ZNF might just win this one.
Yes, there's the ultimate coming in from Wicked. He gets
Ooh.
two-man ultimate there. He doesn't get anything with the Ensemble Onslaught, but the laser from Kaide doesn't get the kill though, but all red from the members of Naga with the death onto Neep. And we were talking about a while ago that a 5-man group would go into the favor of Zen and Friends, and it does. And they get a 1 pick onto Neep and the fear into the eyes of Naga Esports.
Neep is just getting caught out of position several times now in this game, and it's giving Raze, or rather Sen and Friends, a lot of openings to really land their skill shots onto, and it only makes sense that they're getting their cooldowns onto Neep, because Neep, his positioning this game has not been very good, and now this has given ZNF an opening for an objective.
Yes, and now they're trying to go in onto this tower, but Wicked gets caught out. They're now trying to re-engage. He's so tanky, people, that Nixta goes down before he does. Here comes Daigo trying to go in. He goes on full on to Wicked. Funky will die to Senthy right there. Kainer will die. Wicked follows up in terms of death. And that is a triple kill for Daigo. Too much. What's the term for it? Over-committance by the members of ZNF to try and push this bot tier 2 against Naga.
Definitely agree. That was so much over-aggression coming in from ZNF. And they snowballed, they got the lead, they got a little bit overconfident. They thought they could take out that tower, but they completely underestimated the damage coming in from Cyrex and Daigo there. And that just sells the 4th dragon.
The 4th dragon, and now, 6 minutes into the future, I'm predicting Zen and Friends will fight to the death.
For the Baron?
For the 5th dragon.
Okay, yeah,
for
definitely.
the 5th dragon. 5 minutes into the future.
So
Alright.
Naga really showing their objective control this game and in the previous game. They have been consistent in terms of vision and priority checks.
Oh,
so,
Nixta tried to get the smite onto the Scuttler. But
that's okay, Nixta.
Yeah, it was like one more hit from dying.
That's a good try.
Yeah,
good try.
Yeah, but with the triple kill going on to Daigo, we were talking about that Zen and Friends had their mid-game damage spike, but now, when the late game comes, Naga will have their late game damage spike with Zyrex and Daigo. They're trying to re-engage right now. They got Nixta, but Nixta still survives. Sentier's in the backline going in onto Kaida, but Funkane is here for the re-engage. Sentier still has his ultimate. John Wicked is trying to run, and he will be able to flash over the wall. Will there be a re-engage, or will these two teams just face off into the mid?
There were so many surprises in that clash. Like, we could see that Naga wanted to start the fight. We saw the ult coming in from Cyrex and Nixta to try and take out Raze. And then suddenly, Zen and Friends responds with a teleport. And then suddenly, Sentier comes in from the back and almost takes out Kaide. So we can see that there's so much pressure right now to make team fights because they know that this is the point where one wrong move could mean the end of the game. They know that the 5th dragon will be in game ender for Naga. They know the Baron's live. So they're really coming in together as 5 right now to make a crucial team fight.
Oh, but Kaide almost gets caught out, forces him to flash away. Here comes another re-engage, but they don't have the ultimate from Zen to try and get a pick. Now Wicked will go down along with Kaide, or rather, Kaide will go down first, but Zen, actually, he still survives. He was forced to flash away. The laser almost gets the kill there, but the shield proves to be a little bit too much.
Daigo hurts.
Yeah, and I was right. The late game composition for Naga is starting to kick into hyper gear.
Doesn't even have his Lich Bane yet, and he's already proving to be a very painful victor in this game. Senthier, all Senthier and Nixta have to do is always stay in front and keep Daigo safe, because the moment Daigo lands all of his skills onto the enemy team, there's really not a lot of disengage left for Zen and Friends.
Yeah, will he die or will he go?
Yes, the puns with the name.
Yeah, the puns with the name. Alright, so now we're back. Again, this is the we were never gone pala. All right, so all right. Again, we're like 32 minutes into the game. There's 15 kills to 16 kills. 2,000 gold lead for
Sorry, I was just wondering.
Naga Esports.
What?
We were never we were never gone.
When were we gone? I was wondering. We're back. Where were we this whole time?
All right. All right.
All right. I'm good. Yeah, it's all right.
All
Got
right,
a little
so-
bit lost there.
Yeah. So both teams are positioning themselves into the Baron. Dragon, I believe, will be up in around 3
Yeah, 2 to
minutes.
3 minutes.
Yeah, 2 to 3 minutes. So if, let's say, Naga decides to go in for the Dragon, again, the Azure, they should change their tags to ZNF,
Yeah,
so it
yeah.
doesn't become so confusing. Alright, Zen and friends could give up the 5th Dragon and go in for the Baron, which would be a... I'm not actually sure what's like the best way, because I haven't seen like I haven't seen like if you go in for a dragon, you're going to fight for the dragon and then go for Baron, but never like an exchange for if you go for dragon, we'll go for Baron. So
Yeah, I think it's better to go for the dragon first because it gives you that slight edge in a 5v5 team fight
Yeah.
if ever you contest Baron.
yeah, but this is Naga Esports 5th dragon, and
yeah.
if like Zen and friends gets the steal and dies all together, that's only going to be the first dragon for them. So
Yeah.
in my opinion, Baron buff would be so much better because it would give them the ability to push
Yeah.
better, because they don't have the best of the best in terms of siege. They do have the double ADR, but in terms of like again the siege, Naga can still counter it out. But with the help of the Baron upped creeps,
Yeah.
which can tank more magic damage, they could possibly get
Yeah. They could
Towers.
what they could actually do is bait the 5th dragon while the split pushers and damage dealers go over to take Baron. Because right now ZNF is very much pressured to contest this next dragon, and if they're able to bait all of the members over to the dragon while some of the members of Naga take out that Baron, it'll be a first dragon for a 4 dragon plus BR. So I think that's
Yeah.
way worth it for Naga here.
So I think ZNF knows that, and they want to just trade the Baron for the dragon. We'll see what happens here. Ooh, the top lane was destroyed there by the creep wave. Oh, they're trying to go in, but that tremor sense is so good that they already see it before it comes out.
You cannot ambush the void.
Yeah, just have to go in for that shark.
Oof. Ouchies.
The Q does, the E does land on to Funkane, and it looks like ZNF doesn't want to give this 5th dragon already.
This is actually a little bit dangerous for Naga what they're doing because it's a very narrow space. If Naga gets caught out with the Glacial Prison, the ult, and the knockup coming in from Kaede, this is a very, very dangerous position, and Neep in a bit of an awkward position there.
There's no to it by Censure. He comes in. Oh, Funkane is going to go down, but Daigo
Oh.
goes down first. It looks like a good clash for ZNF right now. Cyrex, one more hit. Yes, he dies down, and he will get killed by Funkane, and the 2 ADRs of ZNF paid off, and Funkane still in full HP will be able to kill Neep here. Will he try to go in for Neep?
Oh man,
Oh,
Daigo.
Neep's so fast though.
Daigo was so caught out of position there. This is what I meant about fighting in such small spaces.
Yeah, they
even if you're a mobile team.
Yeah, they tried to go in here,
Yeah.
which is like the worst possible way, and then Wicked ultimated in and then knock up, followed AoE damage, kaboom. Daigo,
Yeah.
bye-bye.
This is the difficulty about having Cynthia use Hecarim, because when the moment Cynthia rushes in to the team of Zen and friends, then you leave Daigo very much vulnerable, and because both Daigo and Cyrex were being focused, Neep probably had a very difficult time of deciding which one he'll defend first. He has to help Cynthia, at the same time he has to defend both carries, and we saw Daigo eliminated in seconds in that fight, and so immediately the late game damage dealer of Naga was removed. So if AZE, I made the same mistake. If ZNF can make sure that they can get Daigo out of the fight immediately, if they can fight in those small spaces and take advantage of Cynthia's ult and use it against him to get over to Daigo and Cyrex, they can still win this game. They
Yeah.
do have only a 2,000 gold deficit, so I think this Baron is very much contestable.
Yes, they will try to go in, but oh,
Oh my!
here comes Sentio with the choo-choo mentality. He will get Funkain here, and this will signal Naga to go in for the Baron. They're going in. Their ZNF is one man down, and that man is their carry man.
Oh
So
my gosh!
wow, Sentio with the plays. But this is still a 4v4 here. Here comes the engage. Oh, Daigo will die to Raze yet again! Where is Cyrex? He's gonna try and go in. Sentio uses his ultimate. Yes, they do get the kill onto Raze there. But Cyrex takes a good chunk of damage from Wicked. He will get the kill onto Zen. The knock up. Will the Sunfire Cape be able to get the kill with the Roar of the Slayer? Yes, gets the kill for himself. So that was a 3-4-3 in favor of ZNF because they did stop Naga's Baron. But oh, kinda, you will get trampled on by the...
Senthier is showing us that there are two onslaughts in this game,
Yeah, but
and there
here
is not
comes
only one
next
train.
the knock up. Oh! The unstoppable onslaught comes just in the nick of time to save himself.
There are
Wow.
two trains in this game. There's the Hecarim train,
And there's the
and there's
Scion.
the Scion train.
Yeah.
But anyway, I have to point out in that clash, I would say that that's a slight misplay coming in from Naga.
Yeah.
The moment they took out Funkane, they decided to rush over to the Baron, but they should have known that Zen and friends were also going to expect that, and so it became a 4 versus 4. Had Naga waited just a little bit more before deciding to engage to make it a 5 versus 4, they might have been able to eliminate Zen and friends and then take the Baron, but deciding to go for the 4 versus 4, and considering how far Senthier was, they should have waited it out, but regardless of that, it was still a pretty even exchange, but that was still a misplay from
Yeah.
Naga.
And though, actually, if you look at it, I was pretty sure Daigo was around this area right here. He put down his W to try and stun the members of ZNF. They did get a stun, but onto the two tanks, and
Yeah.
those tanks already used their CC to try and get picks, and they just gave so much time for Raze to get good hits onto Daigo that he died immediately. Daigo didn't have any type of defensive item. He's just trying to build it right now. Components of the Zhonya's Hourglass.
Yeah.
But again, mispositioning, like you've said again, but mostly in Daigo's errors there.
Yeah. I really think that Naga has to work together more to keep Daigo safe. He's died twice in these very crucial team fights. Cyrex also dying quite earlier on during those fights. So they really have to focus on keeping those two carries safe. And I think it has to be in terms of the management of Senthier's ult. Because, like we said, ZNF can easily counter that ult by just jumping past Senthier and then going onto the carry. So I think Senthier has to also, aside from getting to Funkane, who can easily shift out, he also has to focus on keeping his carry safe.
Yeah, very true. Or be able to kill either Funkain or
Yeah.
Raze fast, but Hecarim's not an assassin.
Yeah, that's
And
true.
after he builds Triforce, he doesn't build anything else in terms of damage output, so that's going to be a hard task. But oh, Meep will get caught out here. He still has his Monsoon,
Oh, wow.
forces him to flash and exhaust. But while at the same time, Wicked going in onto Daigo again. Daigo gets caught out, but the re-engage by Senthier and Cyrex is here. Zen trying to go in. The laser from Kaiden. Zen and Senthier is effectively zoning out Raze and Funkane, and they get the kill onto Zen. But Daigo's so low on HP. Ooh, but two-shot barrage. Oh, it comes out. Will he get a kill? Oh, he doesn't use it. He
Yeah.
thought that Daigo was already at base.
Anyway, this is a pretty dangerous position right now. Oh, no, never mind. Actually, it's not so bad. Dragon is coming up in about a minute, and the death timers are still only 30 seconds. But had that happened just about a minute later, it would have been very dangerous because they had no tanks.
Oh, but Naga,
So they might take this one.
such a fast out of the base and into the Baron Pit. Only Raze will be able to try and contest this. Other members of actually
Everyone ride the Hecarim train.
yeah, actually Wicked was dead. I didn't show him the timers because he was in his passive form. My bad. So
Yeah.
that was a 2 for 0, which means that Naga would have gotten that Baron either way, and they should get the aspect
Yeah,
in 40 seconds.
So this is a very good decision from Naga.
Yeah.
They knew that ZNF would not even try to contest that Baron other than to try and steal it with a true shot barrage because they had no tanks to help them approach that Baron. So it was a very easy Baron. Slight misplay coming in from ZNF considering that Wicked got slightly out of position in the mid lane earlier. So now this is a Baron buff for Dragons, a slight lead, all in Naga's bag. And the only thing that that ZNF can do to try and win this Dragon fight is just pure team fight mechanics.
Yes, very true. And now, actually, Naga can just try to do a dragon dance and delay as much time as they can, because I think, if I'm correct, this is a wave in
Yeah.
favor of Naga, and if, for example, Z and F try to go in and get their second dragon, Naga can just go down into the bottom lane, destroy it very quickly with the Baron buff and Cyrex's um, super 80 damage right now. He's like Infinity Edge, Bloodthirster, and
Yeah.
Phantom Dancer, and that's still a good trade. I mean, you have the pressure in the top lane while the pressure in the bottom lane, and then ZNF is still in an awkward position to, let's say, engage or recall, and Naga might capitalize on that. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah. Dragon coming up in about 17 seconds. I was gonna suggest Senthier would go to the top lane, take advantage of the wave, and then split push, and then just teleport when they need help. But considering how much time is left till this dragon comes up, I think he wouldn't do that. I think they wanna take advantage and really take this fifth dragon.
Yeah.
But it's also possible that all of them recall and then move over to the other lanes and just allow ZNF to take the dragon anyway, because it's only going to be a second one, and considering the amount of split push they have with the Sivir and the Victor, that tower would go down pretty fast. But yeah, I think they would still just try to 5v5 team fight for this dragon.
Alright, so guys, a little bit of an update between the game versus J2 and Empire X Game 1. J2 won. Sorry guys, we weren't able to give you the match because there were some technical difficulties. Hopefully the Game 2 will be casted later on.
Yes.
Or Game 3 rather. And actually there's another tactic that Center can do is just stay in base, have his home guard up, and teleport.
Yeah.
That's one of the classics for Hecarim top lane. And right now, the Dragon Dance will commence. Who will win this prestigious tournament? The Dragon Dance.
Yeah, if Naga wins this one, then that's
Yeah.
gonna be an
Here
out.
comes the engage. Center goes in. He is effectively going in and flanking, or rather pushing away Funkane and Raze, and it's just Wicked and Zen getting so much damage onto them without any of their carries damaging the other team. Oh, Sentier is just walking around. Ride the Sentier train, or rather ride the Hecarim train. But oh, Funkane is running into the opposite direction. He will go down. The fifth dragon is taken by Naga along with the Baron buff. They will be able to get the kills onto this top tier 3. Oh my gosh, so much damage onto Raze there. Raze! One more Q! He dies! They get the ace. There's still 15 seconds, but that's only Kaide. And Zen going to respawn 20 seconds onto Wicked, and 40 seconds and 50 seconds onto Raze and Funkane. And whoa! You saw damage onto the Nexus turrets. Outstar La Vista, baby.
So GG, well played. Naga and ZNF. Naga
retained their
retains their position
as the Pro Gaming Series team. They're not how do you say this? They're worthy of being called a Pro Gaming Series team, but props to ZNF.
Yeah.
Because they actually had a very let's say turn of the tide battle for them.
Yes.
Okay, there's no endgame stats there. So again, there's like a turn of the tide battle when Raze and Funkane had their damage spikes,
that's true.
but then their overcommittance into the bot tier 2 was their own undoing, and that gave Daigo a triple kill and let's say a fast forward into the late game spike victor.
That's
so
true.
That's one of the reasons I believe why Naga started to win the clashes when it looked like it was going steadily into the hands of ZNF.
Yeah, but definitely props over to ZNF.
Wow.
You guys did a great job in Game 1 and Game 2. but Naga is going to retain their spot. We saw a stronger Naga, but also a very strong ZNF. So congratulations to you guys. Congratulations to Naga, who are moving on into our summer season 2015. So we're going to
Yes.
move into the next game in quite a bit. We're just going to take a short break, I
Right.
believe. Yeah.
Yeah, so again, this is the GameX 2015 Summer Promotionals. Again, I am GS Astra with an I, and alongside here with me is,
GS
and
Amplifier.
we will be right back.